tea composition is a global initiative on the liter decomposition with the aim to measure decomposition rates and carbon effluxes and storage under recent climate and project climatic scenarios. For that we use standardized liter, in this case tea. One is a green tea, which decomposes fast, and the other one is rooibos tea, that decomposes slowly. So we are able to spread those teas at different networks and get harmonized data and compare the data. So it's a very cost-effective method and easily add on to compare the global data. Today we would like to show an example how to install the tea bags in temperate forest of Japan. So before we go into the field, we have to measure initial weight of each bag. For this we have to label the bag on the right side of the tag with a unique identifier. In this case we have G37. And to transport the liter bags, you can place it in one big bag, assigning the number that you would like to install on one side. The same you do with a rooibos tea. In case you have to transport the samples far away and have you to pack them in a backpack, it would be advisable to store each bag in a single bag and bring it with you. So before you go into the field, we should also prepare a template that is provided anyway by me, which data are important to characterize your site, because at the end we would like to link the obtained measures to your site parameters. Those data are like very general: what is the name of the site, which altitude it has, topography, type of soil, does it has organic layer or mineral layer, what are the depths, parent material, date when you have buried the tea, because you have to remind when you should collect them again, in which biotope we are, is it forest, grassland, some dominant species, if the site is used by humans, so do we have a management activities, and at the end to have a very nice photo to document the site. The second thing that you should take with you is a tool to bury the tea. This could be the knife or maybe a shovel, whatever you have that you're used to work with. So in order to know where we should bury our tea, we should have a look at first at our soil profile. Here we have seen the profile of soil reach about 1 meter depth. And what we can see is also we have very tiny liter layer, small fermented layer with almost no existing age layer. Then we have about 10 centimeter A horizon, and from 10 up to 1 meter is the B horizon. So the goal is to place the liter bags in upper part of the air horizon, approximately here. So 2 to 3 centimeter below the surface. The first thing that we are doing is to select an appropriate area for the installation of the tea. So we look around to find 2 homogenized areas where we should install the tea. The approximate amount is about 1 square meter. So we should avoid sinks and slopes, so rather flat areas. And I think those pots would suit very well to introduce the installation. The first thing is to place the tea bags into the soil. We decided to bury the tea in HA horizon, or if there is no organic layer, to bury it in a AH horizon. So if we look at this soil, at first we remove the litter layer. So the L layer, just the undecomposed litter. We remove them. Then we are facing F layer, which is partly decomposed material. So then we are passing H layer, which is dark humus layer. And once we have reached there, we make at first vertical cut into the soil, approximately 5 centimeters. Lift gently. So I make this vertical slot, and cut horizontally inside, approximately 2 to 3 centimeters from the surface away. Lift gently. After I have installed the first one, the next tea bag will be placed approximately 10 centimeters away. So then you cut again another vertical slot, lift gently, cut horizontally in, approximately 2 centimeters below the surface, lift up, place the next one. It is advisable to start with the lowest number, like here G38, and then go to the next ascending number and continue it for the 4 replicates. This is important and helpful because in case the labeling get lost or the labeling will get removed, then you can see if you have 39 here but missing the 38 and here's 40, you know that it's probably the first one, 38, that you are referring. After finished the 4 slots, at again 10 centimeter distance, the next one. I just do something, okay? Just quickly. Just to see that's a 4 in the row, and then we make the next one. So after have finished one row, you start the next row by approximately 30 centimeters away from the first one, and you do the same. It is important to look also that after I have buried the tea bag, that labeling should be turned to the bottom, just to protect from the rains, and close the gap with the leaves. above. The tea should be incubated for the amount of 3 years, with the sampling points after 3 months, 12 months, 24 months and 36 months. At the end, we have to install 2 areas with 4 rows, one from green tea and one from rooibos tea. Each row contains 4 bags of green tea and rooibos tea, and we have 4 samplings period, and in each sampling period we collect 1 row. You have at the end make a drawing about installation with the exactly amount of the tea and the identifying number. So you collect always 1 row by 1 row at this 1 sampling point time.